Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The unbearable weight of truth. Kyle Richards drops bombshell in the most heartbreaking chapter yet. The manicured lawns and sun-drenched canyons of Beverly Hills have always been the backdrop for drama. But never has the air felt so thick with genuine, crushing sorrow. In a moment that has sent a seismic shockwave through the reality TV world and left fans reeling, Kyle Richards, the only remaining original cast member of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has finally, and painfully, dropped the bombshell everyone has been dreading, yet secretly anticipating. The news isn't the kind of fabricated, champagne-tossing drama the show is famous for. It is a raw, deeply personal, and truly sad news that confirms the end of an era and the devastating fallout of a fractured life. The unraveling of the fairy tale. For 27 years, Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky were the gold standard of housewife marriages, a rock of stability amidst the revolving door of friendships and divorces. Their union represented the aspirational pinnacle of the Beverly Hills lifestyle. Love, family, and extraordinary success. Even when the persistent, low-humming rumors of trouble started, first whispered on blogs, then shouted in cryptic edits and trailer snippets, fans desperately held onto the image of their family. But fairy tales, especially in the harsh glare of reality television, rarely survive the final chapter. The most recent season premiere, which saw Kyle navigating her official separation from Mauricio, offered a portrait of a woman trying to project strength while her foundation crumbled. We saw the uncomfortable conversations with her daughters, Alexia and Sophia expressing annoyance at their father's very public antics, and eldest daughter Portia calling her dad a hoe after seeing paparazzi photos of him with other women. These were not the controlled, perfectly phrased sound bites of a reality star. They were the heartbreaking, unguarded reactions of a family in distress. The bombshell, a line in the sand. The long-awaited bombshell wasn't about a scandalous new romance. Kyle has long shut down rumors about country singer Morgan Wade, or a heated legal battle. Instead, the real tragedy lies in the simple, yet profound, admission that the hope for reconciliation is gone, coupled with a devastating revelation about the nature of their separation that has forced her to draw a definitive, painful line in the sand. During an emotionally charged cast gathering, surrounded by her co-stars who have watched her journey for over a decade, the conversation, inevitably, turned to her estranged husband. New cast member, Rachel Zoe, delivered a secondary blow by revealing that mutual acquaintances had tried to set her up with Mauricio in Aspen, a moment that visibly stung Kyle despite her subsequent flippant remark that he's too old for him, a playful dig at Mauricio, not Rachel. But it was Kyle's own voice, heavy with an almost unbearable sadness, that delivered the gut punch. When pressed by a friend about whether she and Mauricio were truly, irrevocably done, she paused. It was a silence that stretched for an eternity, pregnant with the weight of 2 decades of marriage for daughters and a public persona. "I have decided it's time to drop the Umansky name," she finally admitted, her voice barely a whisper. "It's time to move on officially. There's no chance of us getting back together. And the reason is because the betrayal wasn't what you all think. A deeper betrayal, it's not always cheating." The room froze. For years, the narrative has been about Mauricio's rumored infidelity. But Kyle, through tears, went on to explain that the deepest, most wounding cut wasn't necessarily a physical betrayal, but a profound and absolute breach of trust that centered on her emotional life and her family's future. The emotional desert. Kyle tearfully spoke of a growing sense of isolation, mentioning specific moments, like the one previously shown where she felt dismissed at a gun range, where she felt she had no emotional support from her husband during her darkest times, including the grief over the loss of a close friend. This lack of support, she explained, made her feel utterly alone within her marriage. The financial fog. While the details remain intentionally vague, likely to protect their business interests and the agency, Kyle alluded to a financial or business decision made without her full knowledge or consent a move that she felt could be detrimental to their family's security and their daughter's inheritance. This aligns with past public speculation, including rumors of legal issues, which Kyle has only ever obliquely referenced as a broken trust. The public humiliation. She confessed that seeing Mauricio move on so openly, so quickly, hurt her deeply, especially for her daughters. "I just wish he would be a little more discreet," she confessed, explaining that his high-profile dating and modeling gigs have forced her and her girls to constantly relive the separation through gossip sites and social media. The fallout, friendships, and future. The most immediate fallout beyond the dissolution of her marriage is the ripple effect on her relationships with the other women. Her ongoing tension with Dorit Kemsley, who is also in the process of divorcing PK, has been exacerbated by the history of Kyle and PK's meme texting. Dorit's earlier ultimatum to Kyle, "Be my friend or be PK's friend," has put Kyle in an impossible position. Kyle's decision to finally move forward and divorce Mauricio is a statement of loyalty, not just to herself, but perhaps a subconscious olive branch to Dorit, a signal that she is completely detaching herself from the former Fab Four dynamic. The sheer sadness of this news for Kyle is that after 15 seasons, the show's longest-running star is officially untethered. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was fundamentally built on her family and her marriage. Now, she faces an unknown future, both on and off camera, as she navigates her personal identity outside of Mauricio's wife. A new beginning forged in sadness. The raw, quiet devastation in Kyle's eyes was the real story. This was not a gotcha moment. It was the honest, painful end of the life she thought she would always have. The decision to drop the Umansky name and to publicly declare the marriage finished is the most significant and most heartbreaking step she could take. It signals her full commitment to a new, single reality, one where she no longer has to protect the image of a perfect marriage for the cameras, her co-stars, or the public. Today's news is a reminder that even beneath the glamour and excess of Beverly Hills, there is real, profound sadness when a family separates. Kyle Richards has finally dropped her biggest bombshell, and the sound it makes is less of an explosion and more of a quiet, mournful sigh. The next chapter will be about rebuilding, but the weight of today's truth will hang over the 90210 for a long, long time. The crystal-clear facade of Beverly Hills has cracked, and the reflection we're seeing is not the glittering image of perfect wealth and endless sunshine we've come to expect. Today, in a moment that will forever be etched into the dramatic history of reality television, the last reigning original queen of the 90210, Kyle Richards, delivered a bombshell of very sad news that has sent shockwaves through the Bravo universe and beyond.